What's good, man? It's your nigga LKO, man. Shout out to everybody in the group, man. No need for all the rest of the introductions or whatnot, man. I'ma just keep it plain and simple, man. Nigga got shit to do, man. Personal life been real hectic, man. Ain't been on the page like that. So I'm gonna get into my bad blood recap slash turf wars prediction slash just addressing shit in the UBL because I'm bored. So that being said, man, we about to get into it. These gonna be some brief recaps because I really want to say what I gotta say past the bad blood shit. I'm pretty sure y'all heard a lot of people's opinions, so mine ain't really gonna make a difference. But first off, man, we got the PG battle, man. We got Money versus City. I ain't gonna lie, man. I only watched the battle like twice, and I watched Damon's parts I think twice, and I skipped the other dude. Not no disrespect, but he just didn't have no type of energy or whatnot. So I can't watch that, man. It's just like a boring show, for real. So that's no disrespect, man, because when I was listening to the shit you was saying some stuff, bro. You got that direct approach, man. You just got to figure out a way to deliver it. But I gave that shit to Damon, man. 3-0. Fuck it, I'm gonna say 3-0 body bag, bro. It was a body bag, bro. I'm gonna start being real sensitive, man. I'm about to start being real blunt, man. So Damon 3-0 body bag. Let's get to the one rounders, man. We had Prof versus Devin. Do I really have to say who won? Do I really have to say who won? All right, next battle. LKO versus Sim. I don't speak on my battles, so it's up to y'all. Hey, it is what it is, man. Next battle. Jory versus JR. This battle was actually pretty tough to judge. Why? Because my preference is bars with an all around showing of what you're supposed to do in the battle. To some niggas, JR 3-0 Jory, and I can actually see why. I can actually see why. I mean, JR, he known for talking that shit, and he talked that shit, man, but it gets redundant after a while, man. Like when you don't have no versatility in your rhymes, like if you're gonna be the type of nigga to always talk about certain shit, then you gotta battle people that talk that shit. Like if the nigga was to go up against Mike, it would be classic. It would be classic if the nigga went up against Mike. Cause they go back and forth and you gotta see, all right, which one is gonna make the other one look like a bitch. But I mean, there's no way you can discredit Jory because Jory stays in his lane. So when you come at him with the gun lines or the trying to punk him lines, it really don't work because I'm not looking at Jory like he trying to step out of his lane, which is just being a regular civilian ass nigga, man. Like he just doing what he do, man. So with that being said, man, I had Jory 2-1. It's my personal opinion, man. Don't crucify me for it. Don't crucify me for it. But I can tell you why. JR outbarred Jory. Jory put the triple double up on him. JR, 50 points, 9 rebounds. Jory, 33 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. He covered every aspect, bro. He covered every aspect. Like, he did. That's just my opinion. I give it to Jory 2-1, but I can understand if somebody give it to JR 2-1. That is going to lead me into the main event. Mike Jenkins versus Justice J. I ain't gonna lie, man. Off the first watch, I had Mike 2-1. I had Mike taking the second and the third. But then I watched it a couple more times. And I noticed something. I don't know if a lot of niggas noticed when they gave Mike his third. Mike basically wrapped his second round in a sense. As in, if he was gonna talk about robbing Justice, then the time to actually have robbed Justice would have been the second round when he brought it up. And Justice actually had a little rebuttal if you listen to his rounds. He was asking, what you gonna do? Rob me with some goons and shit? Like, now I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Justice won the third just for the simple fact that Mike's third got rebuttal and he flossed the chopper, bruh. But I'm not gonna lie, bruh. Like Mike's third, I'm not discrediting it because Mike's third touched me. Like I'm not gonna get into why it touched me. Just know that same shit he was talking about for Justice J, man. I know niggas just got clapped for that shit for real, bruh. Just flossing in the club, man, putting they shit out, and then they get a lick ran on them. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I think Justice won the third because strategically he kind of predicted what Mike was gonna say, but there was no loser in that third as far as I'm concerned. I'm saying Justice J 2-1. Mama say Mike's third was the most touching round. Next to maybe him and Lance probably had some of the most touching schemes. No homo, pause. They probably had some of the most hard hitting schemes. Lance with the shit against JR about his son, and Mike about the you floss and you gonna get robbed and shit. Like them was some hard hitting schemes. I got Justice J 2-1 in that shit, man. That being said, man, it's 6:35 on my clock. I'm about to move on to the next topic, turf wars. I I already knew what the card was. Like I knew what the card was. I didn't know about Akuma and JR, but I knew what the card was prior to it being released. I didn't say shit. But what I didn't realize was that it was essentially LAB versus TBU because ever since the can battles popped off, I forgot about the clicks to keep it 100. And to be honest, man, all the new niggas in the group talking about, yeah, man, this shit gonna be hot, that shit gonna be hot. Y'all niggas was not in the group when the text battles was popping, bruh. Y'all don't even know who in TBU and LAB for real. I guarantee most of y'all niggas didn't know Relly Rail was in LAB. I guarantee that shit. So y'all saying the shit gonna be hot, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I hate niggas that be gassed over shit based off names. Like, I'm not hating, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck because I know motherfuckers is thinking this, man. The only battle I am looking forward to seeing on that card is Akuma and JR. Because I've seen them both on cam. So I know what to expect. That's the only battle I'm got my high hopes up that I want to see. Mike and Dame, and you know what? Mike said something and it was so true, but I'm gonna tell you why. Mike said he was offended that he's not the main event. Mike should be the main event. Who shouldn't be the main event is Dame. Why? Because he ain't put in no work on the cam. Like this is not hating, bro. I'm not saying he not gonna come up. I'm not saying he gonna come up whack or whatnot. I'm just gonna say that putting Dame against Mike kept Mike from being the main event of a card where he should be the main event because he the top nigga. Period. Like all y'all niggas be gassing Dame up, and he might live up to it, but y'all gassing him up off shit. Have y'all even seen the nigga text battles, man? That's all I'm gonna say. Have y'all seen the nigga text battles? He can feel he nice all he want when he drop his tracks or wherever he at, but have y'all seen the nigga text battles? Cause he not undefeated, man. And this nigga's just way more lyrical with the text battles, man. But Dame knows how to keep himself relevant. I can't knock that. He know how to talk to y'all niggas and make y'all think he number one. Like Zek had him number one on the UBL top list. Zek, I'm sorry, you was a dumbass for that shit, man. You didn't even really analyze UBL battles. Cause if you really did, and I hate to say this shit, I hate to say this shit, but if you analyzed UBL battles, then your top three would have been Double D, Loki, And then that third spot would have been a toss-up. You would have had to put Akuma just because of his Takes battle resume. Nigga battled two actual active URL battlers. Well, Mickey ain't URL, but y'all know the thing. So that list already showed that the nigga didn't know. Just like Anthony was disrespecting Jory, didn't even watch the battle. Zach got a top 20. This was a minute ago, but Zach had a top 20 UBL battlers list, and he ain't even really paying attention to the battles. He just going off hearsay on the wall. Like, can't respect that shit. Which and before I get into my thing with the polls, I'm just gonna say it, man. That turf war shit, I don't respect that shit, man. Like these niggas, veterans or whatnot. I don't want to see LAB versus TBU, man. That little in-house card, man. That shit mad disappointing, bruh. I can name a lot better matchups that niggas would have wanted to see. Nobody want to see Vian versus Lance. Like, no disrespect. Them my niggas. No disrespect. But nobody was wanting to see that. What nobody anticipating that? I'd rather see Lance versus Nola than Lance versus Valiant. Like, and this is not me hating, like the card is gonna be whack. I hope everybody show up, bro. But I'm just keeping it a buck, man. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas think. Real talk, man. This can alienate me all y'all want. But TBU, that's like in wrestling. That's like the old niggas not giving they fucking spots up, man. It's killers in the group, man. There ain't no reason that it shouldn't be mixed with niggas that's been on cam already. Like, man, I ain't even gonna keep getting in on that, man. But, man, my next thing is the polls, man. Polls ain't shit, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you why polls ain't shit. This is how indecisive motherfuckers be when it comes to the polls. I lost on the polls all the time. And I felt I won the battles that got polled. But the moment I win, I see somebody be like, well, y'all was bitching about Akuma blowing Johnny out on the polls, but y'all riding with Brandon on the polls. Niggas on the polls know the history of these battles. Now with Akuma and Johnny, damn, that's the battle I forgot to recap, man. I looked at that a lot closer, man. That's a real debatable battle, man. I'm a bar guy. So preferably I'm taking Akuma. But unbiasedly, Johnny had some shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Johnny had some shit. And I had to catch it later. But he did. He really did. And the fact that the polls didn't show how good the battle was crazy. Polls do not reflect how good battles really are. I feel I beat Carlos by a long shot. Carlos feel he beat me. But the polls, I'm going to keep it 100, bro. I was just talking shit in the group. But the closer the polls, the more it holds the weight on the battle, man. Like Jory and JR. The shit was neck and neck. That was a classic battle. But looking at the polls, if you ain't watched the battle and you see 40-17, you going in with a preconceived notion that Jory lost convincingly, which he didn't. So niggas want to ride on the polls and shit. Like, that's a substantial way to prove somebody won. No, it's not, man. It's 600 people in the group, bruh. You gonna tell me 50 people's votes matter? What if them other 600 people, what if everybody watched and then them 50 people that voted became irrelevant? So, man, fuck the polls, man. I'm sorry. Fuck the polls. Get a judges. Judges is the real thing. Get 3, 5, or 7 judges, man. Known judges with credentials that know battle rap. Let them vote and say who won. Then you are to clarify the winner. Sirius Jones said it the best, man. Until you have niggas judging to declare an official winner, ain't nobody a winner on public opinion. Nobody's a winner on public opinion. Period, man. Fuck it, man. With that being said, man, you know, I was gonna have a more in-depth blog, but real talk, man, nigga just kind of turned off for real, man. Just reading some of this shit, man. One, the polls. Two, the fact that the old niggas just still won't give up their shit, man. Like, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna say that niggas been putting work on cam, bruh. Niggas been putting work on cam. And yet, The main Summer Madness cards, you got niggas that ain't had one fucking can battle headlining that shit, man. Like, it can be what it is. I'm just keeping it a buck to all the niggas. Like it is what it is, man. Niggas have been putting in work on that cam. Like, real talk, man. Dread ain't in Summer Madness. Dread's not in Summer Madness. How the fuck y'all gonna allow Lily to battle on a Summer Madness card and not battle Dread beforehand? That's some fucked up shit. Like, I'm just saying it. That's some fucked up shit, man. How y'all gonna do the nigga Dread like that, man? Y'all put off Dread battle for 2.5 months. And yet Lily gonna be battling Jai. Jai, who we have never seen on cam. And I'ma just keep it a buck. I don't give a fuck if this alienate me from motherfuckers, man. Based on these niggas' blogs, man, I can tell who gonna do good and who not gonna do good. And I'm gonna say this right now. Lily gonna body bag him. Lily is gonna body bag him, bruh. But yeah, you won't. Y'all, politics ain't gonna let Dread battle. Dread should be on the Summer Madness card, man. Fuck these clicks headlining this shit, man. That's some bullshit, bruh. Real talk, man. That is some fucking bullshit. Nobody want to see no TBU versus LAB, man. Nobody want to see that shit, man. People stunting just to get likes and shit on the wall. Nobody want to see that shit. People want to see killers versus killers. I want to see Dame go against somebody that actually fucking hate him. Or that he actually fucking hate. I don't want to see Mike battle Dame. I don't want to see that shit, man. Like, real talk, Mike. It's two people Mike needs to battle. JR or Reg. I'm not even going to say Reg because Reg only got one battle. I'm not even going to say Reg because Reg only got one battle. So, JR is the only other person he need to battle. I'm going to say this. His style would match up with JR and then would match up with Prof. Period. I want to see him battle Dame. Just keeping it a buck, man. No hate, man. Shout out to Dame, bruh. No hate, bruh. But man, it is what it is, man. Just I'll be watching, but I'm just highly disappointed in that shit, man. Like, it is what it is, man. But with that being said, man, I'm signing out, man. I might do another blog, but it is what it is.